My name is James. I'm 30 years old, and I'm the only one who came back out of the Black Forest. It was Ben's idea. It always was. He found a trail in the southern Black Forest that wasn't on any tourist map, a logging path that wound deep into the oldest part of the forest, miles from the nearest village. He sent Sam and me the coordinates at midnight on a Tuesday like he was sending us treasure. Sam was in before I finished reading. I said yes because I always said yes to Ben. We drove down from Frankfurt on a Friday morning in September. The forest started at the edge of a small car park with a single faded sign. No ranger, no gate. Just trees, ancient, black-barked, packed so close together that the light dropped the moment we stepped in. The first day was perfect. Long trails through cathedral pines, the smell of moss and cold earth, total silence, except for our boots. We made camp in a clearing by a stream. Ben cooked on the small stove he always carried. Sam found a flat rock to sit on and spent an hour just looking at the sky through the canopy. I wrote in my journal that it was one of the best days I could remember. That night, I woke at 2 in the morning to the sound of something circling the tent. Not footsteps exactly, more like weight shifting slow, deliberate moving around the outside of the tent in a wide arc. I lay still. I reached for Ben's shoulder, and he was already awake. We listened together. The sound made one full circle, then stopped. In the morning, there were prints in the mud by the stream. Large, barefoot, coming from the trees and stopping at the edge of our camp. We found a ranger on the trail that afternoon. He looked at the photo Ben had taken on his phone. He told us, in careful English, that we needed to leave. That this part of the forest had been closed to overnight camping for 11 years. That there had been incidents. He didn't say what kind. He just pointed back the way we'd come and said, "Do not stay after dark." Ben said, "We're leaving tomorrow anyway." We didn't leave. That night, around midnight, Ben unzipped the tent and walked out without a word. I went after him. He was standing at the tree line, completely still, looking into the trees. I called his name. He didn't respond. I grabbed his arm, and he turned slowly, and his eyes were open, but there was nothing behind them, like looking into a room where the lights had been switched off. He walked into the trees. Sam and I searched for 4 hours with our flashlights. We called his name until we couldn't speak. We found nothing. Sam disappeared on the second morning of searching. I was 10 meters ahead of him on the path. I heard him stop. I turned around, and he was standing at the tree line, exactly the way Ben had stood still, arms at his sides, looking into the dark between the trees. I ran toward him. I was close enough to touch him. And then he stepped forward, and the forest took him. I ran. I ran for what felt like hours. I ran until the trees opened onto a road, and there was a car, and a family who stopped and called the emergency number. The police searched for 6 days. They found our camp. They found Ben's stove and Sam's flat rock. They found footprints in the mud that led into the trees and didn't come back. They found no one. I still don't know what walks that forest at night. I don't know what it wanted with Ben and Sam. I don't know why it didn't take me. But sometimes I think about the prints by the stream that first morning, how they came from the trees, how they stopped at the edge of our camp, and how they were already there when we woke up, meaning something had already found us before we ever heard it circling.